for Brian Jennings and Dr. Bones.
Black Plus has arrived and this crowd comes alive for, without a doubt, one of the craziest tag teams we've ever seen in the HWA.
Well, an unorthodox entrance, and Dr. Bones still all over this arena. Just
who is so important? Who is it?
Well,
why don't you just sit next to each other and talk, you idiot?
Dr. Bones
Where's the love?
having some words with a fan at ringside.
Dr. Bones questioning technology, but you know.
This is better than a Chinese buffet. Come on, let's go.
What is he talking about? A Chinese buffet?
Black Plus better than a Chinese buffet. I understand they've got some T-shirts in the works with that very slogan on it. Have you heard anything about the new T-shirts, Amanda Fire?
No, I haven't. I'll have to check in on that. But does anyone have an official time on how long it took Dr. Bones to get in the ring?
We'll talk to Danny about that here in a little bit, our whipping boy over here.
Well, he's keeping time on everything. Dr. Bones certainly does things his own way, and he wants Tack to do things his way. He wants Tack in some type of... Well, I'm glad he agrees with me. As I was trying to say, Dr. Bones certainly wants Tack to do things his way, and that would be, well, just an all-out fight, a hardcore battle like they used to have back in the day. But Tack seems to be going in a different direction with his career, as he stated here last week.
Whereas Dr. Bones is acting like somebody locked him in a cage before the match and poked him with a sharp stick.
And I'll tell you what, Tack and Vu, not tag team partners in the past, but a wise choice for Tack to go with. I mean, the biggest man on the HWA roster, Big Vu. I know if I was in a fight, I'd probably pick Vu to be on my side.
It's one guy I don't want standing across from me. I want him by my side.
Oh, and Buffalo, even with a full head of steam, could not take the big man down.
And Buffalo no slouch. I mean, it's not like he's a tiny guy with no power.
Absolutely not.
I'd like to see Big Boo and Buffalo in a wing eating contest. Super Line 25 out of nowhere.
And that's what makes that move so deadly. You never know when it's going to strike. And here's a guy who's certainly deadly. Dr. Bones from the top, down across the arm.
Did someone give Dr. Bones too many energy drinks before the show?
It could be. I mean, this guy, he's always got some kind of can with him. And, well, I know what Buffalo was drinking for sure. Oh, and look at that. I hope this ring was reinforced.
And Big Boot is not intimidated by the unorthodox stylings of one Dr. Bones, really taking it to him and now tagging and Tack.
I'll tell you what, it's good to see Vu back in action. He has been victimized by Sean Casey and Josh Rafferty, and if we're fortunate, we won't have any dealings with them this week here on Adrenaline.
Completely unprovoked, I might add.
Well, here we go, Tack and Dr. Bones. This rivalry was reborn a few weeks ago here on Adrenaline, and
we saw last week, Dr. Bones approaching Tack in a different manner, very calm, very civilized, and just telling him basically, no one wants to see what you're trying to do.
I think that's a subject that's open for debate, but certainly Dr. Bones has expressed his feelings on the matter, and he wants, again, to face Tack, the Tack that he brawled with out in the parking lot, the Tack that he brawled with in the car wash next door.
The Tack that he locked in the trunk of his car.
Yeah, well, Tack now sends Bones across. Oh, but Bones taking a detour. was 2 weeks ago right here that Dr. Bones was laid out right in front of us, Amanda Fire, right on the announce desk. Tack was up on the top, but Tack refused to jump. He thought the better of it, and I know you've expressed your opinion on Tack, and you believe he should have done it.
He definitely should have. It would have made for a very interesting night.
Well, then where would we do the rest of the broadcast?
I don't know. You think the table's sturdy enough to withstand that?
No. I don't want to be the one to try it out.
Tack and 4BJ, the Buffalo bad boy, Brian Jennings in there now. And Tack working over the arm.
Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go.
Look at Tack really cinching back on that arm. The human shoulder really isn't supposed to bend that way.
Oh, but look out! Tack may have been too focused on getting into the head of Dr. Bones. Big hip toss. Buffalo now sending Tack. Oh, and apparently whatever Buffalo was screaming was some type of language that Bones understood.
And referee Tucker Carson a little bit lenient here. I think maybe intimidated by the antics of Dr. Bones.
Well, WAC Plus returning the tag team action last week. Victorious over the Montezuma Express. Oh! And now Bones hoping to be victorious here again, but no. Nonchalant cover. Bones going for a backbreaker, and
he does just that, tagging in his partner.
Buffalo
Nice
going
double
for
team
the
maneuver there. Whoa, wait a minute.
And Bones again showing that intelligence that he does possess. You might not think it looking at this madman, but when he delivered that backbreaker, he directed it right towards his corner, allowed for a double team, and that is smart tag team wrestling by WAC Plus. And that's certainly an advantage WAC Plus is going to have, the tag team continuity, the experience.
The unpredictable nature.
And while Tack has been involved in tag teams in the past, and Vu is currently one half of the GP code. Look at that, wide right.
And Tack's still able to get that shoulder up. Bones was awfully confident on the apron.
And now being whipped into the WAC Plus corner. Bones head full of steam. Hits a clothesline. Going for a suplex. He got him. Dropping the leg. This could be all. No.
And Buffalo calling for the Malachi Crunch, and normally this thing hits, this thing's over. They nail it.
It won it for him last week. Going for the cover, too.
And Big Boo says no.
Big
Turn
Boo in
around,
for the
Dr.
save.
Bones.
And Dr. Bones again, maybe a little overconfident. And
I think he just called for a reverse Malachi. Tack says no way. Big Boo tagged in.
oh boy, here we go. Deja Vu in there. And he is leveling WAC Plus.
He's just throwing some thunder in there. Whips Buffalo across the ring. Big back body drop.
But look at this, Bones attacking Tack with the chair.
And Tucker Carson has no choice but to throw this one out, but I don't think this one's about the match anymore.
Well, this one's erupting here.
And Tack just got DDT'd head first right into that steel chair.